having willing people, having them willing people that don't mind going the extra mile, that don't mind spending that time. Having willing people, and big shout out to the YouTube family. God bless everybody. Minnie Man, this is something I caught out of your video. You said this in there when you was talking. You said willing people. And as I finished looking at your video and I thought about that title, willing people, I said I want to speak about that for a moment. Because I tell choir members and church folks this all the time. If you don't get willing people that loves what they do, that loves God more than anything, it's going to be hard to move forward. That's easy to get messy people. We see that all day, every day. You get more messy people, but I'm talking about the willing people who remain humble, who loves the Lord, and they love doing things in what? Decent and order. They liking all they getting that they what? Get an understanding. They are what? On time. They show up not to show out. They try to make things better. They have great ideas, but it seems like the messy ones block that away. Willing people, which is hard to come by nowadays. I want to be willing to learn the Word of God. I want to be willing to learn how to play this piano. I want to sit down and learn and do what all it takes for me to learn to be the best that I could be. You don't hardly find too many people like this nowadays. I remember this preacher preached this sermon a while back, says, I need some meantime members. Meantime members, which he was saying, if I can get these folks that's here in the meantime to do what they need to do. And I know them folks didn't like that sermon. I loved it. Think about it, Minnie Man, wherever you at or whoever listening to this video. If you can get people that's already there to become willing and do what they need to do, oh, how would things work then? You get these willing people that don't want to fuss and fight with everybody else. They want to work together. Where are these willing people at, man? That's why I love how you encourage others, Minnie Man and PP Drawings and the YouTube family. How everybody encourage each other. And I can see through y'all that y'all are willing people. Because that's what it takes. I told, sometime when I go around, bro, talking, I tell these musicians, even especially the beginners coming up, you need willing people. And I tied it in with being dedicated, faithful, humble, like I was saying. And when you don't have willing people, you might as well wrap it up, look like, because you can do all you can. See, what folks don't catch, Brother Minnie Man, if they don't do their part, it's a team effort. And if everybody's not doing their part, it's hard for it to work. Too many ministers of music got too much of a load on them, bro. I, for one, am one of them. I'm just be honest. Because you got so much mess. You can't get 10 people to come together. If you know you coming to rehearsal to sing, be prepared to sing. If you got your music ahead of time, study your music ahead of time. Come in the door ready to praise. I ain't just talking about Sunday. It should be a praise in your rehearsal. And I'm just not just tying this in with church. Whatever you doing, wherever you at, whatever your gift is, do it well. But if you don't have those willing people, see, Minnie Man, sometimes I like to say it like this as a minister of music. Sometimes I feel like a quarterback with nobody else. I don't have nobody to throw the ball to. I'm just standing there with the ball in my hand, just looking around saying, where is my help? I'm going to just throw the ball to an empty field. I'm going to do, oh man, I'm just going to do like some of the quarterbacks and throw it in the crowd. That didn't get me nowhere. Now I still got another down to try to complete. And I feel like I'm in fourth down a lot, man. And I don't know whether to kick a field goal or just throw the ball in the crowd again. That's what I love about football, because it's a team. Basketball is a team. Everything to do with a lot of sports is a team except the individual sports. And when you look at a team, winning people, I love how the marriage pulled together as a team. See, Dirk didn't just do it by himself. Dirt had to have help. Dirt wasn't on his A game all the time. But even in his sick times he played, Dirt still made it possible to do his part. Though he wasn't in the best of shape on some of them games. Not the best of shape, but the best of health and strength. But some of those shots he hit was like he scored 40 points anyway. Because it's a team effort. Church folks, it's a team effort. Sad thing is, some of y'all think it's an individual effort and you want to do everything by yourself. And a lot of the willing people get ran off. That pastor said, if I could just get some meantime members, these ones that's heard the meantime, if I could just get y'all to do what y'all need to do. He said a lot of preachers sitting around right now looking for a big building, which ain't nothing wrong with being prosperous and things. He said a lot of folks looking for this, looking for that. He said if I could just get folks in the meantime that's already here. He said I got a good 100, but out of that 100, maybe only 10 of them are working. The other 90 causing hell and conflict because everybody wants power. Willing people. When you find willing people, hold on to them. When you find people that ain't all about this mess, you better hold on to them. These are the ones that get ran out of the church a lot of times, though. I tell people all the time, it's good reasons why people leave the church and they at the house sitting down. They done been beat down and worn out behind the church. Church folks. And they was good at what they done, but somebody else hated on them. Somebody else wanted their spot. And that was the willing person that you ran away. We need willing people. Willing people. When you ask them to do something, I'm willing to do that for you. Matter of fact, I'm willing to do that for the Lord because it ain't about us. I love when you can go to church and say, you know what, I need you to read the scripture this morning. Brother such and such didn't make it. No problem. I'm there. I need you to pray this morning. No problem. Whatever you need me to do, brother. I love to run into people like that. Just like Brother Mitty Man, that's how he is. If I say right now, Mitty Man, I need help. You know what he's going to do? He's going to help me. I might say, Mitty Man, there's something in this word I'm not understanding. I mean, I think I, got a good understanding, but what is it from your side? You know what he's going to do? Help me. If I say, Mitty Man, I know a lot about this computer, but some of this stuff, man, I'm stuck. Can you help me? You know what he's going to do? He's going to send me a file through the email. Say, try this, Brother JT. What if we all could be like that? And Mitty Man, I'm just using you for an example because I talk to you a lot, and we seem like you be right here in Dallas with me, man. That's how close I am with you. Because we conversate all the time, and we look at each other's videos every day. I love how you encourage me, and then I encourage you right back. Excuse me. Because we are willing people. See, I don't think highly of myself. I ain't nothing but a servant, bro. That's all I want to be. Servant. A lot of people don't want to be no servant. They want to be higher than a servant. They want all the credit. They want their name called out. If you could learn, like Jesus said, call no man good but the Father. Here we go once again. Learn how to be a servant. Same thing Jesus taught us also. Mitty Man did a video a while back called Stay in Your Lane. See, when you get willing people, you don't have to tell them to stay in their lane. They know what they need to do. They know that if they are doing this, they ain't got no business jumping in the music department. I ain't never in my life understood why so many choir members want to tell the minister of music what to do. Why so many deacons want to tell the preacher what to preach. Now you are a deacon, do your job. Stay in your lane. You ain't got no business telling the preacher what to preach. A lot of folks in the congregation, well, he need to preach about this. He need to do this, he need to do that. Well, what are you doing while you just being a pew member? We need some of these folks to become willing people. But the sad thing is, it's not going to happen with them. And any pastor that's looking at this video, I'm going to say this again, until you get willing people that want to be on fire for the Lord and they don't care. If you don't have them willing people, your church ain't going to grow. Sorry to say this. Your church ain't going to grow because you know what's going to happen? You're going to have the same people that's traditional and religious. They don't want to change, and the church going to stay the same. That's why when some of these new pastors get in these churches, they wind up having to go somewhere else because the church ain't for the change. The people in the church ain't for the change, I mean. They've been doing it for so long that that's the way it's going to stay. You got to get those willing people that's going to change with you. You got to get them singers in the choir stand that's going to be serious about God's business. You got to get them minister of music that's going to care about the people in the church, care about the choir, not just for a paycheck. Until you get willing people, you're going to stay in the same spot. And you know what? God will weed out them old folks that ain't doing no good. And he will send you willing people. He will send you dedicated folks, faithful folks. But you got to recognize it when they get there. You got to quit letting folks in the church push them out. I see preachers pushing them out behind this favoritism. See, favoritism is destroying everything. Religion is destroying everything. Tradition is destroying everything. You got to get past all that. It's past how long you've been in church. Come on, folks. We need willing people. God bless you.